Alright, a new challenger enters the arena, and it is Logan Nettles. Jabberwocky. Logan is a total baller. I guess we put that on top. And when I say I have a wedding to leave for in 3 hours, I'm not kidding. It is 4 a.m. if you can't see my clock. And I have to leave at 7:30. So if you hear me yawning, you know why. Gitrog Monster. So I assume that Logan is on the Sultai deck that he's been such a fan of. So our hand probably isn't very good against his deck. I believe he's playing like a Sylvan Advocate, Tireless Tracker, Kalitas, Dragonlord Silumgar, and then a bunch of removal spells, including some number of Languish, although probably not a lot, because they do a lot of collateral damage. He might be digging for lands here. Ooh, Duskwatch Recruit was a good draw. Didn't really want to run out the 1/1 Thou's Lieutenant. So this is a little bit more appropriate. The Duskwatch Recruiter can be a nice source of card advantage against a lot of decks. But I would rather have a 2-power creature out on the board. And now from here, if I can hit my land drop and go Collected Company, untap Thou's Lieutenant, that'll be very, very powerful line. So I assume that Logan is kind of in a sticky spot from here. If he plays a blocker, he has to worry about it getting Reflector Maged or Dromoka's commanded. And if he plays a removal spell, he has to, worry about me just continually bashing in with more stuff. Certainly can't play 2 removal spells this turn. I guess maybe he could if he had no. If he had Swamp, he could Grasp in Darkness and Ultimate Price. But I doubt he really wants to do that unless he has to. Probably a wise decision. No! So let's see. I think that I should play the Tireless Tracker. Yeah. I don't think my opponent plays very many Languish. I think he may only have 1 in his main deck, or maybe even 0. So I've certainly got a little bit of insider information here, but you can assume that if he has Oath of Nissa in his deck, that his creature count is pretty high, and his spell count is probably a lot lower. Well, that's cool, I guess. Nice, and we got a land. That's what we needed. So I think step 1 is just to bounce the monster. And then set ourselves up for something big next turn. That was a much needed land drop, though. And we're certainly going to lose the card advantage war against our opponent's deck. I mean, there may be some corner case scenarios where we have a Tireless Tracker that basically goes uncontested, but I think for the most part, we want to be fairly aggressive against our opponent. Our opponent can't pump either of those up, meaning our Reflector Mages can push through. Wow, this is good. So we can play Knight, get a land, and Thow's Lieutenant, and bash with everybody. That's pretty good. Do want to get a basic plane so that potential battle lands that redraw come into play untapped. And we will bash with everything. And our opponent will trade and go to a... So I feel like if our opponent had Languish, he would have blocked with both, just to save some damage. But I don't think that is the case. And I especially don't think it's the case because he didn't block. I think we're going to get this one. Got a lot of stuff on the board. Even once we run out of gas, we still have these clues. And our opponent's at a very low life total. Yeah, and this is a rough spot. For those of you who don't know, Logan Jabberwocky, our opponent, is Reed Duke's cousin. And longtime Magic player. His older brother's a professional poker player. Logan is, I believe, going to Sydney for the upcoming Pro Tour and actually testing with Pantheon. Pretty sweet. So someone that you may not have heard much about, but very formidable foe. Good friend too. Really nice guy. All right, Logan, come on, make a move. Well, that's probably not good for him. Cracking the clue first. Uh-oh. Is he digging for a one of Languish? So does that does do it. That does do it. Oh man. Alright, so he's gonna basically be at 7. And I'll be able to hit him for 6, so he's at 1. But I'll have to lose both of his creatures and only one of them will trade. Oh wait, I just played the other creature and he's dead. Okay, yeah, so this is over. And that is a wrap. Sorry, Logan, we'll have to go to the sideboard. Alright, so what do I want to do in this matchup? I do want the Archangels. Do want the Ojutai's command. Do want the Nissa. And I think I want the Negates. I think I want the Quarantine Fields and Stasis Snares though. So I think I'm gonna water down my theme. My opponent's gonna have like a lot of removal. And I think I want to back off the Dromoka's commands. They're not particularly good at killing Gitrog Monster and Kalidas. I could probably trim one Reflector Mage for Dromoka's command. So now I'm way more of a straightforward mid-range deck. It's just clear that I'm going to be the aggressor in this situation. But it's like a little weird because I'm so light on collected companies. But I think this is the better way for me to go. I don't want to like flood out with more of the same stuff, generally speaking, especially post-board. Instead, I want to like have a mix of threats and removal and reactive stuff. So and pacifists are not actually that good without Thalia's Lieutenant. Maybe I should have the Thalia's Lieutenant instead of the Lambholt pacifists. That is the case, especially because the Thalia's Lieutenants can just kind of go infinite. So it's just, you know, another must-kill threat. Lambholt pacifist can probably be ignored. Yeah, so we'll do that. And this is a kind of an interesting hand. So, we have an kind of an interesting decision here. So, there's a few different ways that we can play this hand with our lands. That makes things a lot easier. Now there's not as much decision making. We can just kind of curve out. There's a little bit of contention as to how we do things because it was looking to be a little difficult for us to have untapped mana on turn 1, 2, and 3. So we could have sequenced things a few different ways, but with that second port town, we're just all set. And this Knight of the White Orchid is gonna do some work also, which is cool. Oh, that's good. So in that case, rather than freaking clue, rather just do this. And so on this turn, we can potentially just play the port down untapped and say go and activate our Duskwatch Recruiter. We'll have to see if our opponent tries to kill it here. Does not. This is fine. Ooh, and that's good. And I think I'd rather say go. And potentially have a fancy turn next turn. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of respect for that Nissa right now. Oh. That's not good. So long as our opponent plays land. Alright, never mind. Fanciness is gone. And Can jump a land next turn. As long as our opponent plays a land here, we'll be able to play Knight of the White Orchid and have Ojutai's command up, which is pretty sweet. And then depending on what our opponent does, we can either cast the Ojutai's command or crack both our clues. And then after that, we'll have Avacyn also. So Logan doesn't do anything fairly impactful here. We're probably going to be in really good shape. If he kills our Tireless Tracker, it's a little annoying, but at least we got a clue out of it. And there's Kalidas, so can he cast that this turn? He can. It's a little unfortunate for us. And we can't really block. Ooh, that's good. So... Oh, geez, did I do that? I did do that. Well, that ruined everything. Really wish I'd played my Knight of the White Orchid. I think that... I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. I should probably trade this if I get the opportunity to. The Sylvan Advocate's going to become 4/5. I already have enough clues that I can't crack. Especially bad because I forgot to play my Knight of the White Orchid. If I can draw a land here, I can potentially play Knight and Archangel, and that would be good. But I did kind of mess up last turn. Another Nissa. A bold move. You know, just cashing it in for a forest. No biggie. Ooh, Reflector Mage is nice. See, 2 cards in my opponent's hand. So... I think I want to... I think Logan's gonna flip his Nissa next turn, and I would like to kill it, but I'm kind of afraid of a removal spell. I guess considering my hand, yeah, I need to get my lands. Really should have done this last turn. And if the Sylvan Advocate attacks me again, I'm just gonna jump block with the Thraben Inspector, see what Logan does, and maybe end of turn, Ojutai's command back to Thraben Inspector. Reflector Mage to... Ugh. That's annoying. It's out of the bag. Probably still alright for us, though. He gets to see what we're working with, and he can decide what he wants to do. So he may not end up... I think I just want to jump block this. Kind of a dangerous proposition because... Alright, sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we're in the enviable position where we can hold up Archangel and then activate Duskwatch Recruiter twice. Oh, I guess we can't do that. Shoot. Well, we can crack all these clues. That's fine. Since we're the one with the clues, I think at this particular moment it favors us. Also, Logan's going to have a hard time flipping that Nissa. He knows we're poised to do some damage on her. One thing that's been fairly useful this game is I have not used the Reflector Mage. So I might as well draw a card here. Alright, good to know. Let's see what Nissa does. Languish? Yuck. Okay. You got it. So I assume this means that Logan has an ultimate price. That's the thing that would make the most sense. And maybe he's digging for one. Another Nissa, perfect. Oh! I didn't do my thing. Oh, that was awful. I can't cast Avacyn. LOL. Well, that's the way it goes. Wah wah. Too busy talking about Logan. I'm messing this up. So now this could be bad. Well, that's what I get for playing at 4:41 a.m. Yeah, before with my Duskwatch Recruiter in play, I could cast Avacyn for 4 mana, but because I cracked the clue, I only had 4 mana and had to cast it for that. But when you cast Languish, if I try to cast the Archangel in response to the Languish, then the Archangel dies, and if I cast it after, and then I can't cast it after the Languish because the Duskwatch Recruiter is dead, and I don't get the creature spells you cast cost 1 less. Oh, Dragonlord Silumgar. He still doesn't have blue mana though. Kind of interesting. I assume he has a removal spell. Yeah. And I was in such a good spot. Probably threw it away by not resolving that Avacyn when I had the chance. This Nissa is going to go crazy. And I know the one card he has is Dragonlord Silumgar, and now he has the mana to cast it. Great. This is going to be difficult. Quarantine Field would be great top deck. Oh, that'd be good. The Durgan Lord. Assume he just goes after my Thalia's Lieutenant, yeah. Sure, I'll go to 2. Oh man. What could... So I don't really have enough mana to play Duskwatch Recruiter and search for something. I believe that means I'm probably just dead. Make my Thalia's Lieutenant a 4/4. Like, not even that helpful. And that's all I can do for now. Not gonna die this turn, but I'm not in particularly good shape either. Languish? No! Don't do that. Oh man. Now what I need is Quarantine Field. Oh. That's bad for me. Really need Quarantine Field. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 9. Well, let's see if he attacks with 2 or 3 creatures. Looks like 3 creatures. Oh, we got the other one too. And next game. And I think I liked the way my deck was configured, even though I didn't have the collected companies. Yeah, and I think I like the Thou's Lieutenants. All right, so game 3. And hopefully this Thraben Inspector draws us into green source. No. No sense in correcting my clue now because of Transgress the Mind and Duress. So, there we go. So, let's see. I think that I want to play the Duskwatch Recruiter. It is good to know that my opponent has multiple languishes. That can potentially change things. This is actually a really nice hand now. Obviously, it would have been nicer to have the Duskwatch Recruiter on the turn earlier, but all things considered, you know, draw is shaping up nicely. Now I have a choice here. I think I need to just get rid of that thing. And I'm going to play the land, even though it means I may miss out on a clue. And I think I'm going to cast the Quarantine Field. Just because it uses my mana more efficiently. Kind of pains me to do that, to be honest. But just think what I gotta do. So this land, I don't think I want to play. Hopefully it doesn't just land like a Get Rock monster or something. That would be really annoying. Hoping from here he just has some removal. Sweet. Oh, Jesus. It's been a late night, ladies and gentlemen. Really has. Not quite my finest hour. Now I'm really worried about a Dragonlord Silumgar. Dragonlord Silumgar taking my Tireless Tracker would not be nice. We are at that point in the morning where the birds are coming up. I don't know if you guys can hear them or not, but Logan's on West Coast. For him, it's only like 2 a.m. right now. Yeah, that's fair. Could be my first loss. We'll see. Logan's actually pretty low on the clock. I'm pretty low on the clock too, but usually I'm like a lot lower. So surprising to see Logan playing slower than I do. So I've got one more quarantine field, 2 more stasis snares, and I have 2 Ojutai's commands left. So I'm at the point of the game where, I mean, I'm starting to run out of gas. I have these clues to crack. If he doesn't kill my Tireless Tracker here, I'm going to feel like I'm in good shape. But if he has a threat, it's going to be hard for me to deal with it. And if he has an answer, he's going to kill my Tireless Tracker. So I don't think he just has lands in his hand. So I assume that this is going to be a sticky spot. The worst case scenario would be Dragonlord Silumgar on my Tireless Tracker. Best case scenario, oh, he lost connection. Best case scenario would probably be like a, I don't know, Sylvan Advocate. I wonder if he has enchantment removal that he brought in. This is going to be bad. Ultimate price? I feel like he's got to have ultimate price. There's no way he plays Cletus here without ultimate price. No, don't do it. No. He is almost out of gas. Oh. Maybe there's a way. Once again, I got my hand on the table. Is it enough? This is definitely a situation where I'm really happy that I don't have Dromoka's command as removal. So hopefully I can draw another quarantine field or stasis snare to deal with this Cletus. Otherwise it's going to be a problem. So I think I just take it. He languishes. It's going to be really bad. It can't really block. Well, that's great. Well, maybe there is a way. So he clearly doesn't have a removal spell, otherwise he would have already used it. So goes up to 5 toughness. So I think I can just kill this thing. I don't think he would have just saved a removal spell for there. Like if he had a removal spell, you would just would have fired it off on the Tireless Tracker before I got a chance to crack all my clues, draw a new card, play a new land, right? once I play I'll crack my clue this turn. And then when I play this Duskwatch Recruiter, it should be an avalanche of card advantage in my favor. I think the Tireless Tracker's gone too far. There we go. A lot of stuff now. Where's my clue? Am I supposed to get a clue? There we go. Now we're really cooking with gas. Oh yeah. Man, what an insane turnaround. Language would still do quite a bit. Wow, and he got one. That's amazing. Does he have a swamp? Oh! That's insane. And we have a game. Wow. Crazy. We are down to the wire. Good old-fashioned race. Who top decks first? I got 2 lands. What do you got? Yep, that works. Can't block with it. Might as well attack with it. No. Man, I can't believe I lost all my stuff. Crazy. So many good top decks still. Lambholt Pacifist. What are you doing with that? I think I have a lot more lands than he does. Also gone through more cards in my library, but not that many. Wow. I think he's gonna kill me. Well, that's not good for me. Let's see, what could get me out of this? I guess a Tireless Tracker could. I might need more than just Tireless Tracker. Tireless Tracker into Reflector Mage? I will not do it. Oh man. I'm dead. Next one.